It's August 14th. JLD here, and welcome to MSTR and the Treasury Titans. Thank you for all your feedback. We had a lot of great comments from yesterday's video, and it looks like for the foreseeable future, I will be highlighting one or two other Treasury companies as they make meaningful advancements in their Treasury operations as time goes by, with, of course, the main focus and the main majority of my time being spent on MSTR, the big daddy, the blue chip of all Bitcoin treasury companies for now and forevermore. And what a roller coaster. I mean, I'm driving back from hanging out with my sister and her family yesterday, and I'm refreshing Bitcoin in the car, and it's $124,000. And then I'm about to record about 2 hours ago, but I got distracted. I had to do something else. So I came back to my computer to record, and Bitcoin went from 121,000 down to 118,000 in the snap of a finger. So overall, about a $6,000 drop from the highs yesterday. And who knows if it's going to recover today, if it's going to keep on dropping. A lot of people are thinking it has something to do with Scott Bessent's quotes about how Bitcoin, we're not going to buy that. And there's a clip going around. It's pretty viral if you want to watch it. But essentially, he said that the strategic Bitcoin reserve is going to stay in place, but Bitcoin, we're not going to buy that. That was his comment, which potentially and probably, at least in my opinion, is the reason why the market took a dump like it did. But who knows? You know, the market is doing what the market's doing. And Michael Saylor wants you to know to stay focused on Bitcoin. Michael Saylor staying focused on Bitcoin. I'm staying focused on Bitcoin. A lot of people in the comments are asking about BMNR, which is like an ETH treasury. I'm not going to be covering any ETH treasuries or Tron treasuries or Sol treasuries. I'm not saying they're not going to do good. I'm not saying they're not going to do great, but I am sticking on my focus on the Bitcoin treasuries. MSTR and the Treasury Titans will always be about Bitcoin treasury companies with MSTR, with strategy, with Michael Saylor as the focus. If you want to be a part of that, stick around. If you don't, go find another video or person to follow. So, nothing in this video is financial advice, but I just do hope that we all continue to stay focused on Bitcoin, at least the people that decide to continue following my show, MSTR and the Treasury Titans. Please hit that like button if you want to support this channel. It means so much. And let's continue rocking and rolling. Jeff says MSTR's balance sheet goes from 500 million to 77 billion in 5 years. I mean, just think about that. For all the people that are complaining about MSTR, this strategy, that, blah, 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 they went from $500 million to $77 billion in 5 years. The TradFi brain says the MNAV premium is unjustified. I must short it. The logical responses to questions are, how in TF did they accumulate 76.5 billion in 5 years? This is the fastest and strongest growing company on the planet. If they continue on this pace, they will have the largest balance sheet on the planet in 5 more years. Period. End of story. And this is in response to Michael Saylor's post, which was great. Today, Strategy's Bitcoin holdings closed at an all-time high of 77.2 billion. I mean, look at this. This is where they started, and this is where they are. And look at this exponential growth. Watch out above is all I have to say. Jeff says also, August is the volume and liquidity outlier everywhere. Money managers are out touching grass, boats, lakes, rivers, oceans, boats, jet skis, Hamptons, Jackson, name it, chill. September and Q4 historically represent the largest volume every year. And even with this, we had an all-time high yesterday of over 124,000. Then, of course, through some potential reasons, maybe it was Bessent's comments, Bitcoin dumped to 118. Who knows where it is? We are watching this. Maybe it's recovered a little bit. Maybe it's kept on dumping. But I don't care. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going out and I'm touching grass. I'm going out and I'm going to be on the boat on a lake in Maine. And I know what's coming. And I can be very happy in that. And I don't care about the short-term price action. Jeff says, highly sophisticated bots are constantly scraping sentiment data from X and other social media platforms and trading based on it. If you hold MSTR or any equity and you're complaining about it, the question is why? It's literally impacting the very thing you hodl. A friendly reminder, there are many bots in the social media landscape to influence sentiment and push narratives to stir up emotions and impact retail. This is the very thing that happened with GME, GameStop. It was one of the primary reasons I set up True North. I'm quite literally more bullish than I've ever been and positioned as such. Hope to catch some of y'all on the back half of True North tonight. And so, that's why there's a lot of people, you just can't believe what you see posted, because people that post trash, they like pretend to be scared or pretend to be devastated about MSTR being down or XYZ. They're potentially, and a lot of times probably lying, and they're short, and they're just pumping their own bags, and they're hoping that these bots pick it up, et cetera, et cetera. So just food for thought out there. Just remain long term, in my opinion. And again, as Michael Saylor says, stay focused on Bitcoin. Let's go. Chris says, everyone wants the giant gains that come with holding a volatile asset like strategy. No one wants the pain that comes with holding a volatile asset like strategy. It's not for everyone. Luckily, I'm willing to take both, and I will. This was a great post. Our intentions are clear, Bitcoin. And this was from Metaplanet's roadmap to build a Bitcoin-backed yield curve in Japan. Really exciting stuff. And Michael Saylor commented, a plan that will benefit both Japan and Bitcoin. So let's flippin' go. Congratulations to Dylan for the great earnings call. I watched it in its entirety, and I am more bullish on Metaplanet than ever. This is actually a great video. It's BlackRock explains Bitcoin, and they do it in about 3 minutes. I'm not going to play it because most people understand the whole basis of it. It's just like they compare what money used to be, what money's become, and what money is going to become, is becoming in the future. But it's just really impressive to see that BlackRock's putting out stuff like this that's so Bitcoin bullish, and just really exciting time. So definitely check it out if you want. I'll have it in my show notes below if you want to watch this whole video. But it's BlackRock basically saying Bitcoin is the future, which is obviously really cool. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to now play you a couple of video clips from Michael Saylor. So sit back and enjoy. PayPal just made it official. They're letting US merchants accept Bitcoin. That's not just a news story. It's a sign of where things are going, and it raises a critical question. If the world is shifting toward Bitcoin, are you doing enough to participate? Because here's a powerful way to go further. Convert an old 401k or IRA into a crypto IRA with the help of Bit IRA. Bit IRA will help you convert it free of taxes or penalties. And here's why you'll love them. End-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the US government. And it's fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without taxes incurred on any buys or sells. If you already put money into an IRA or employer-sponsored 401k on a regular basis, why not invest into a Bitcoin IRA each month? Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Again, that's bitira.com/JLD to open a tax-sheltered IRA in Bitcoin.
I know wealthy people, they own 16 estates on the Eastern Shore, and they live in 2 of them. Like, why do they buy them? They land banking. What does that mean? Well, the guy makes a lot of money every year, and he doesn't want to put it in a savings account. So he goes and he just buys a cool piece of property, and he buys another one. Well, okay, it sounds good, but here's the problem. The guy buys up the beautiful pieces of property, and so you can't afford it. And if the rich guy wasn't buying up all the beautiful houses, they would cost half as much. And you could live in a beautiful house. So here's what happens. Some rich dude has 27 houses that are empty. You don't have a beautiful house. You have a family. Your kids, your dog could use the beautiful house. The rich dude doesn't even want the house. He just wants a long-term capital preservation strategy. Right? And so that's a perverse incentive and a distorted economy. That's broken. That's broken money. That's because the rich dude is using an estate on the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a piggy bank. Yep. Huh? But the estate doesn't get renovated. The house is falling down. There's a beautiful pool on the water, and you could have a great family picnic there every Sunday, but it's not going to happen because the rich dude has 16 other houses. He just bought that house because he thought it was a good investment. Okay, that's wrong. Bitcoin is the solution to 8 billion people's problem. It's the solution to 300 million companies' problem. it's the innovation, the biggest innovation in money or property rights in the history of the human race. It's like fire or electricity, right? It's this new monetary protocol which is going to elevate humanity to new levels. So we became obviously very big advocates. We raised $500 million in a senior debt issue to buy more Bitcoin. Then we sold $1 billion of equity to buy Bitcoin. Then we sold another, then we borrowed money against Bitcoin to buy Bitcoin. Then we issued more equity to buy Bitcoin. If you fast forward through the 4 years, today, as of today, since we started, we've invested $7.5 billion in Bitcoin, which is worth any given day 14 to 15 billion. The market cap of the company went from 1 billion to 30. The enterprise value of the company went from 600 million to more than 30. So, and the stock 10x. So during that time period, the company stock outperformed just about every stock on the S&P index. It outperformed Nvidia and Tesla and Amazon and Apple and Google and Facebook. It outperformed Bitcoin itself. And it's not very often that you 10x a stock, 20x a market cap, 40x the enterprise value in 44 months. Right. So we took a particular position, which is Bitcoin is a good strategy. It's good for the world, and we're not going to be shaken. And while that was happening, obviously Bitcoin, when we bought it at 11,800, it crashed down into the 9,000. So we took like a $40 million hit in the first week or 2 weeks. So it was very stressful, losing 40 million of 250 million, right? I mean, it's a big thing, but we doubled down, and then Bitcoin rallied up. And it eventually rallied, went through the all-time highs and rallied to 66,000, then crashed down in the 40s, then rallied to the 66 again. And then this brutal crypto winter went from 66 all the way down to 16,000. Mm-hmm. Brutal. And then it rallied up. And so it is today where it is, and everybody's got their own Bitcoin journey, but MicroStrategy's Bitcoin journey is we started out of desperation. It was like, do this or maybe just shutter the company. We went from, desperate defensive to opportunistic. Hey, someone wants to give us $1.6 billion for nearly free for 6 years. If I offered you $1.6 billion for free for the next 6 years to invest in anything you wanted, would you take it?
Absolutely. We asked Dave Ramsey the exact same question. He said no, he wouldn't take it.
It's crazy. Yeah. And you must not believe in anything, right? I mean, if you're in business and someone's offering you, in essence, free money to invest in your business for the next 6 years and you don't want it, well, what it really means is you've run out of ideas. You don't know what to do with the capital. But, we went from the first step to opportunistic, and then it became strategic. And we realized we are a Bitcoin development company. Our job is to issue securities and to engage in technology projects and advocacy and education in order to spread, the virtues of Bitcoin and the opportunities of Bitcoin to the world. What's the second best? There is no second best.